The Black Lives Matter movement, which has gained so much momentum over the last year, has reached many different corners of our everyday lives. For one mum who usually works as a translator, it inspired her to find new ways to bring the Welsh language to our multicultural communities. What emerged was 2 new children's books, which Jessica Dunrod hopes will break new ground in addressing stereotypes. She told me more about the stories and how it all began.
Well, it all stems from George Floyd, really, and the BLM movement and Black Pound Day. I became co-chair of Cardiff University's Student Race Equality Steering Group, and I felt that there were books that needed to be written, books that I didn't have growing up, and why not combine my love of languages and help parents and children learn these languages and learn other cultures.
Why do you think up until now children's literature has failed to reach more diverse audiences in Wales?
I wouldn't say it's just Wales. I would think it's just everywhere. There are many blockings in the way. I mean, having an editor who doesn't understand, for example, the elements of your text that you'd like to preserve, and then getting a publisher to speak to you, or just having funds to speak to a publisher. I've had to typeset the book myself, get the illustrations, publish it myself, because I simply didn't have the contacts or the funds.
And do you hope that other writers that you speak to might be inspired now to tap into these new realms and find new readerships? Do you think this is the start of something?
I hope they do, and I hope they get in contact with me and I can help them. I think that librarians need to diversify where they're getting their books from, the distributors. There needs to be a bit more transparency in how you can get these stories. We need these stories. I would like to hear what my Indian friend's grandparent would tell her a bedtime story. You know, there are so many stories in the world that we just don't know.
And just remind us, the title of the book is Outstanding, and what's it about?
Well, there are 2 books. Outstanding is aimed for 0 to 3 years old. This is to counteract unconscious bias, which is learned by 3 years old. So we'll get to see girls dressed as a scientist and an engineer and really see her potential. And also Your Hair is Your Crown, which is a testament to Cardiff, really. Hope discovers that magical things happen when her afro hair gets wet and her curls are unleashed. She gets transported to the enchanted Roath Park Lake, where she meets Aphrodite the mermaid and Dewi the dragon. Aphrodite the mermaid is intentionally misspelled as AFRO without the PH to get a bit of intertextuality with Greek mythology and our afro hair, because it's all about magic from all over the world being here in Wales, and the only way you can access that magic is being proud of who you are. So it's not just for afro hair, it's for everyone to embrace what makes them unique.
They sound brilliant. Thank you for holding them up so we can see some of the illustrations as well, and we'll look forward to seeing them on the bookshelves shortly. Thank you very much, Jess, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Jessica Dunrod speaking to me a little earlier on. You're watching Wales at 6. Lots more still to come on the ITV Evening News.